Sound art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it sound art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
Short tracks are a highlight on the schedule that most NASCAR fans look forward to, and Richmond Raceway is a special one. A track that has gone through a plethora of changes throughout its time on the NASCAR schedule. Beginning as a half-mile fairgrounds bull ring to the 3/4-mile D-shaped oval we see now. With banking on the front straightaway that rivals corners at other facilities, Richmond's start-finish line adds to its uniqueness and opens even more opportunity for a late race bump and run. Welcome, race fans. Trey Patton joins me virtually on the mic this evening. Trey Shuttlesworth on social media coverage, and I'm Emerson Arden, and this is Pit Stop TV's live coverage of the L-TAC Cup Series at the virtual Richmond Raceway. We thank you for tuning in across our multiple platforms this evening: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and we join you tonight from the virtual Richmond, Virginia for the second round of 29 on the L-TAC Cup Series. Trey Patton, what a beautiful venue we're at tonight. Tell us more about it.
You know, I've actually attended a race here back in 2017, so it was the fall race, the night race, and it was an absolute blast. The facility is fantastic. You know, it's, as you can kind of see here in the background, there's a lot of trees that cover this facility. You know, you come up to a racetrack, you kind of expect to see it. This is one of those you don't really see. It's kind of hidden. I guess you could say it's one of those hidden gems. You know, as you stated back in the intro there, you know, this place is a short track. You know, it's known for it's got a lot of history, you know, just being from fairgrounds racing to even, you know, some of the bump and runs we've seen back in the 90s and even back within the last couple of years. You know, you think of the Carl Edwards, Kyle Busch bump and run, or even some stuff with Earnhardt, some stuff you'd see at like Bristol. But one thing I do know that these guys are going to have to look out for tonight is, you know, just managing tires. I know there's going to be some limits, especially getting loose out of turn 2 or even getting tight out of turn 2, because it's going to get tight for sure being side by side, because that wall juts out of turn 2 on that back straightaway, and you're going to be in it before you know it.
Well, speaking of tight, let's take a look at how tight the point standings are leaving Daytona. And obviously, Holden McGill had a great race at Daytona. He dominated it, but he did not get the win. That win went on to, I'm sorry, wow, I'm blanking right here, but Franks went on to win at Daytona, and what a race it was there. And look at how tight the rest of the point standings are from third on down, Trey.
Yeah, third on down, you have Mitchell Goosens and Joshua Abbey falling down in 4th place. You know, just further on down, Hamilton in 12th, Rolovid in 7th, excuse me, wow. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, after, you know, he was one of the picks to actually win last week, and fortunately for him, he had that damage and fell back to finish 9th. And, yeah, just seeing here, you know, we talked last week about how these stage points, if you got stage points, how important they were to get into the battle here. You know, just looking on back here from 5th on back, they're only separated by like 9 points.
Yeah, a lot is up for grabs tonight. I mean, after one race, you know, a lot of the points come back here fall to where you finished in race 1. So we have, you know, the intense and anything can happen plate race, and anything did happen. Wow, there was quite a lot that happened with Franks and Durhold getting the lead there at the end. After the big accident, they were up front in prime position. I know they had to get around to one a bit Benjamin. But from then on, I mean, anything like that can happen at a plate track. But now we go to a short track where it's insane. It's still insane. But it's a little more controlled, and we can definitely see more of a normal race, so to speak, results-wise. This is going to rely more on where drivers position themselves on the track, how do they get in or out of trouble. Unfortunately, some are going to get into trouble. That's just the nature of racing. But it'll be interesting to see what the point shakeup is like over the next few weeks.
Yeah, the point shakeup's definitely going to be something to watch out for sure. You know, you mentioned, you know, these guys are going to be getting into trouble a lot. You know, we talked about patience last week at Daytona. You know, you got to be patient trying to make those moves. When it comes to Richmond, I think there's more patience when it comes to Richmond, or just even a short track in general, rather than being on a plate track, because, one wrong move here, yeah, you're going to stack up the whole field. But, more so at Talladega or Daytona, you have a little bit more time to react. Here, the whole track's going to, close in right on you, so you really have nowhere to go.
That's fair enough. Taking a look, qualifying underway here. And yeah, the drivers are out on the track. It's going to be very quick laps around the track today. Obviously, 20-second lap times for a lot of these drivers. And let's see who we can keep an eye, or who we have out on the track.
Like we're on board with the 12 of Logan Hamilton. Is going to be the first to set a lap. Currently setting himself P2. Colin Stone going to take the top spot. I just as say that. Holden McGill going to go up to the top spot. Not a stranger to that top spot from what we've seen as of last week.
No, not at all. Holden McGill dominated a lot at Daytona. We'll see if he can keep that up, though, on a different environment. The brake pedal being a huge factor in these Cup cars, especially with the low downforce package, going to be quite the challenge. You're going to be having to use that brake pedal a lot more to keep that car planted on corner entry. Corner X is a whole different animal. You alluded to in the intro. Turn 2 is going to be a whole different animal because of how tight it gets off of that corner. You're ever really going to hit that wall, you're going to spin to the inside if you're not going perfect through the exit of turn 2. And 3 and 4, pretty much the same thing. The car gets so light on the exit of 4. It can really go around on you.
Yeah, the thing with these cars, the movement, the wheel movement is got to be very minute. Just even on a track like Richmond, you have to be very steady in the wheel, because any little movement you make, that's going to move that car around. You want to have your car at a certain spot on the track. So, like, per se, you want to diamond the car into the corner. You'll see here, the 94 of... Sorry about that. Sean Huffstetler, sorry. Had a mic issue there, guys. Sorry about that. The Oklahoma Sooners car. You're going to see him kind of... You saw in turn 3 and 4 there, he was going to arc it down on that yellow line. So you're going to see that he's going to go up towards the wall. He's going to come down, run that first groove. Actually, you think you'd see guys run a little bit lower, but he's going to make that time work for him. And he's going to slot himself up to 11th after that. You're going to see him come out of turn 4. Going to come for his lap. He's going to go up to P9.
Yeah, Taylor Butcher, Benjamin top of the charts. Breton goes 9th. And let's see here. I think Sean Deal is taken to the track as well.
Curry looking. Sean Deal is sitting on pit road right now.
Okay.
Hasn't really gone
right.
anywhere. You see right there. You see him wiggling that car. I don't know if he's just kind of throwing the car around, but that's a really good example of what to expect to see out of these guys. You see him. He's just going around trying to get some more laps on the track. Coming out of turn 2, it's going to be really fighting the wheel. You see him going to slow down a little bit here. But you'll kind of see coming out of turn 2 of that top side, where that outside wall just juts right out. It comes out before you know it.
Yes, it does. And that's going to be one of the biggest things is when you're in a pack of cars that are all, they have to go through in a race. You got to go as fast as you can. But through turn 2, such a treacherous corner, and exit in turn 4 as well. I'm not going to be a fan of being in the middle of the pack when the field works their way through the exit of turn 2 the first time round.
Oh, absolutely not. If anything, I kind of want to be on the bottom side of this, and especially, like, even when you think about it, being the leader is kind of safe, especially if you get a really, really good jump on the start. But honestly, being in the back right now, honestly, not a bad strat.
Yeah, you'd be able to do a lot with avoiding, but we have a large field and we have a starting lineup to go through as qualifying has come to a close. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the starting lineup. And row number 1, Taylor Butcher Benjamin. He was leading on the final restart last week. He wasn't leading in a good condition. There was not much that car. But when the caution fell, he was scored as the leader. Even though he was in the middle of that wreck, he had an amazing save. He was able to lead. We'll see if he can do a little bit better than how Daytona ended. And alongside of him, he'll have Jack Ryan. Row 2 will find Holden McGill, again, the point leader, coming today with a 15-point lead, and Ryan Duke in 4th. Row number 3 will find Merrick Watchorn and Joseph. Row number 4, Anthony Musati and Grant Peterson. Row number 5 will find Dylan Breton and Roy Grande.
All right, for row number 6, we have Andrew Cootie and Sean Huffstetler. Starting 13th, we have Colin Stone and Zach Arnold to his outside. Familiar face we mentioned from Bluegrass. We have Wyatt Brackett in 15th, Jeremy Berger in 16th, James Vining 17th, Lauren McFadden to his outside starting 18th. And rounding out our top 20, we have Logan Hamilton in 19th and Robert Mathis 20th.
Okay, well, we had the mic muted there. But real quick, we went through the top 20 there. We had Kyle Green and Stephen Purcell, Robert Pattengale, Mario LaPinta, Barrick Uphold, Frank Flores, Ryder Schrauf, Kevin Franks, all in the mix there. And a couple others as well. Joshua Abbey, row number 16 to the inside. He'll have Brett Fisher to his outside. Fullback row number 17, Nate Brooker, Derek Rolaveld. For number 18, we'll find Curtis Martin and Landon Durhold. For number 19, to round out the field, Sean Deal, Derek Line.
38 cars making up the field tonight. It's going to be it's going to be an interesting one, Emerson. I'm kind of excited. Not kind of excited. I am excited and kind of anxious to see what these guys are going to put on the table tonight. It's going to be a lot of attrition and a lot of patience. 200 laps around here, half distance. It's going to be a long night.
It sure will. And waiting for the field to roll here. I think the timer is still counting down. I think we just went through it a little fast. But yeah, we have a fun one tonight. 200 laps at Richmond. That is quite the challenge for these drivers tonight at a 3/4 mile D-shaped oval. Like we said, there's banking on this front straightaway that we don't normally see on a lot of tracks. What comes to mind is Dover, really, and that's really about it when it comes to banking on the front straightaway. Of course, you have the plate tracks as well, but that's a little different in terms of the speed you are going on that banking. Now we're rolling off here, and with it being a short track, we should get a couple pace laps here, so we're still a little bit away from the action, but gonna once again shout out the crew we have working the show today. And if you're interested in joining our crew, tonight is a 3-person show. It's Trey Patton, Trey Shuttlesworth, and myself. But if you want to join our crew, you can email Andrew at pitstoptv.com if you are interested in working some of these broadcasts. We're looking for producers, commentators, social media people, and anything else you think you can contribute. More than likely, we'll at least listen to what you have to say, and of course, just the more people we can get in on this, the better. Pitstop TV continues to grows its brand. Wow, words. We have so many racing series among different racing disciplines, and we're starting to double up on a couple of days. Like Monday nights now have become a really big pit stop TV project with the BRPI Racing Series, the big block modifieds down there, and the Pacific GT3 Challenge. That takes at least 8 people. On a good day, we would get 8 people, and you know, that's still pushing it. Everybody has to do something at least. But nonetheless, stop talking about us doing anything. We got these drivers getting ready to do something, and the pace car is off. We're racing at Richmond.
For Benjamin, and a brand new paint scheme this week. Not seeing that Napa Chevrolet, but instead we're seeing a Mountain Dew Chevy. He's going to pull ahead on the initial start here by about 2 seconds. You see Jack B. Ryan fall in suit behind him in P2. They make it through turns 1 and 2. We're going to come out of turn 4 right here across the stripe for lap number 1. Jack Ryan making a run to the inside, going to take the lead away, but not so close, or not so fast, excuse me. We got a close battle for the lead.
Oh, caution in the back. Looks like, Dylan Brenton and more Dylan Brenton in his Buffalo Bills inspired livery. Sitting crossways across the track at turn number 1. That's not good. We're going to go ahead and gonna get a replay of what happened to Dylan Brenton. We caught it a little late there, but oh, wow. Let's go back and see the whole front straightaway. So he's right here. He's pulled up to the 52 of apologies there, but yeah, you see, just had trouble there in the 1.
Looks like he was trying to sail it down a little bit in there, made some contact, and got under the brake a little bit, slid, lost control, and unfortunately collected some more cars at the inside wall and put a lot of damage on that race car.
Yeah, we'll see it again here, and you know, just doing his best. He's pulling up on the 52 of Grant Peterson, and was there contact between himself and that Chase Elliott scheme there? Can't tell. We'll need another look. Let's see if we can get another replay. So here we go, down the front straightaway. Closing up, and he brakes. No, he just lost it. Yeah. I thought there was contact, but it was all himself. That hurts. Especially on lap 1, you know, you have no idea what your car is really capable of, and then you're facing the wrong way very quickly here. But behind VIRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car, early in the going here, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, you saw Jack Ryan had a huge charge up the inside on Benjamin, but could not get there, and the caution came out before he could really have any shot down the back straightaway. You know, I'll give it that. The first lap was clean. It was the second lap where there was issues behind, and to put light on it, I mean, it was really no one's fault. I know Brenton himself, you know, brought out the yellow, but he's just trying to stay in the pack. He doesn't want to get ran over, but also doesn't want to run over the car in front of him as well. It's just such a tight little spot to be in.
Absolutely, a tight spot. You know, nerves are running. It's the first short track race on the season, on the year even. You know, these guys are excited. They're ready to be out here. Their hearts are pumping. They're in the zone, and you know, sometimes you can just kind of let the emotions and kind of get in the zone a little bit too much to where you may actually zone out a little bit. And you just saw there, he kind of sailed off into the corner a little too quick, and you know, you saw lost it. And unfortunately, he was, you know, caught up and collected some other cars. But fortunately for those guys, if they want to, at their leisure, they have a fast repair.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about using it this early. It's a 200-lap race, but of course it is there should he need it. But the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car into the safety of pit lane, through the restart zone, and green flag back in the air, racing once again at Richmond.
Another excellent start. You're going to see Jack Ryan pulled down right behind him. They're going to make it through turns 1 and 2. Very, very close. Almost some wall contact back there behind. But you're going to see Butcher Benjamin still going to lead this race following going through there. You see Grant Peterson up on the top side too wide. Jack Ryan goes quickest time right now, and he's currently still trying to track down the leader.
He's trying to track down the leader, but he's got a lot of action right behind him. I mean, you got Holden McGill going at it with Merrick Watchorn, but Horn actually will clear McGill that time out of turn 2. We continue on. We'll see if Ryan has anything for Taylor Butcher Benjamin.
Get on board with Jack Ryan now. You see he gets an excellent run out of turn number 2. You're going to see how much early he's letting off going into turn 3 than Taylor is, but you're going to see he's given up more on entry to get the gain on exit, and you can definitely see it right there. That right there, he went quickest time on the board right now, and it's definitely showing because you can see these runs he's getting out of the corner. He's right on the back bumper and shoots to the inside.
Can he stay down there? Can he get the run off the corner? Butcher Benjamin gives him room. Jack Ryan will clear to the race lead. Now watch, Merrick Watchorn wants in on this. The top 3 have been exchanging fastest laps amongst each other the whole restart. Watchorn into the mix, and he's got a horse in this race.
Him watching those top 2 battle right there, maybe he didn't have the kind of speed he needed to kind of see what lines they were running. And obviously that right there, watching those 2 battle side by side, he's got his machine up into the mix now. You see Joseph in that 20 machine working on that 96 of Ryan Duke. This is the battle for 5th.
And the battle for 5th continues on. There's a lot of battles going on, but of course trying to keep our eyes on most of it right here. Robert Mathis getting passed by Lauren McFadden. This is the 18th position. And up front now, Watchorn has a huge run through the center of the corner of 1 and 2 on Jack Ryan. I'm so sorry. 4-letter names, the letter J. I got to get that right. But Jack Ryan holding it steady out in front now, but not under any less pressure than he was applying to Taylor Butcher Benjamin since the restart.
Yeah, Merrick is putting on an absolute... he's putting a lot of pressure on Jack Ryan. You see from the back bumper cam of Jack Ryan right here. Watchhorn's right on the back bumper, give or take. Coming across the line. Yeah, he's got a gap a little bit. You're going to see going into turn 1 right here, he's going to get right up onto that back bumper. Just enough room to have a little bit of clean air to have a run out of the corner. I think he's kind of just getting close enough right there. You see into turn 3. Gets right up to it. Gonna give him a slight bump. I don't know if he actually made any contact, but trying to pressure Jack into a mistake.
Yeah, just really pressuring. He's gonna shoot to the outside. Maybe try to get a crossover on corner exit. Watchorn try to find a way around the 2 of Jack Ryan. I'll get his name right one of these times.
See, he kind of went up high there in turn 3, almost left the door open for Taylor. Taylor was definitely going to take the spot there, but then Merrick knew better than that, so he dropped back down behind Jack. You see, he was trying to arc the corner a lot better. He's going to get a heck of a run going down here. Going into turn 3, he's going to try and close the door on that 2 machine, but he's not going to get it done, but he's definitely letting Jack. I want that lead.
Yeah, Jack Ryan under immense pressure now. Watchorn not letting up. We continue round. Lap 18 of 200. Laps clicking off. Watchorn trying to see if we can find anything to get around Jack Ryan. But of course, it's a short track and there's a lot of laps to go. If you can be patient in the early going, it'll pay off in the long run. And Watchorn, I think he knows he's faster. He definitely feels he's faster. He's being aggressive with the peaks, but he's not sending it up to the inside of him, where he doesn't have a run. But as I say that, he gets to the back bumper, peaks, and Jack Ryan continues with the heavy defense down into turn 3. Of course, as you should, it's a race, and hold that race lead for all you can. But one of these times, the block may not be all clear.
Say that right there. Jack Ryan goes straight up the racetrack. New leader, 91.
Merrick Watchorn to the race lead, but we're not done yet. Jack Ryan may have a shot right back at the 91. Can he roll to center the corner? I think now Ryan is going to be under attack from Taylor Butcher Benjamin now. And I know there's battles going on all over the track. We got a lot of battles to take a look at. Colin Stone going at it with the 76 of Kyle Green. This is going on for the 14th position.
And just looking further on back, you have a single file train there. Colin Stone having a solid night right now. You know, kind of up in the top 15, working his way up. You see Mario Lapinta up in front of these guys.
Yeah, we continue on, and yeah, Kyle Green was doing a great job there, and he did clear back Colin Stone. Does Colin Stone have anything? We work our way back down the back straightaway. Further back, got another tight battle back here. This is David Brackett on Joshua Abbey. I think Abbey actually just got by, so this battle may fizzle out in a second. Lauren McFadden under attack from Barrick Uphold. Uphold clears McFadden for 18th. Lapinta now to the back bumper of Colin Stone.
Yeah, Lapinta actually fallen back a little bit there. We saw he was up, I think, up in the 13th spot, so it looks like he may have lost a few spots. You see him fanning out a little bit. But now we're looking back up on the battle up front. Taylor Butcher Benjamin still finds himself in the 3rd spot, trying to run down that 2 machine of Jack Ryan. You know, we're coming up on halfway of stage 1 right now, so 25 laps to go. These guys are going to be fighting for every little stage point they can get.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, we have a lot of racing going on. Of course, only the top 10 get stage points, so that's really what we're watching here. Most of the top 10 is spread out. What's not spread out, though, is the battle for 8th. And this is Grant Peterson trying to get around Anthony Musati. Down the back straightaway we go. He had a really good run coming into the corner. They continue on.
See Joseph having a pretty solid run right now. Talked a little bit about him last week. You're going to see Peterson gets around him very easily there. Gets around Musati there, excuse me. Following suit behind Joseph, as we mentioned. That was for the 8th spot. Lots of action going on back here.
Yeah, Peterson now in defense mode. He was on the aggressive trying to get around Musati, which, I mean, he did. But now he's on defense. Musati may have another shot back. He was not able to pull away at the rate he'd like to. He is closing up on Joseph, though. So if they can really get tangled up here, this could be something. But here comes Jeremy Berger. I'm sorry, to the inside. No, that's not Jeremy Berger. Seth Huffstutler to the inside of Anthony Musati. Musati with the run around the outside to try to hold on to the 9th position. This is 2 stage points versus 1 stage point. Back up front, the battle for 2nd has really heated up. Holden McGill has entered the battle with Butcher, Benjamin, and Ryan.
Yeah, Holden McGill, he's definitely one to watch. This guy has a lot of pace, a lot of speed. You know, it's taken him 30 laps, but he's finally here to show his face. I wouldn't be surprised if he's able to muster up some speed and maybe get up to that lead by the end of the stage. And if not by the end of the stage, maybe by the start of the next one.
I think maybe he feels he has a longer run car, so the restarts maybe don't help him, other than maybe get him to track position. Oh, there's smoke up in front. I think that's a lap car that the leader's working around. No, I think no, I guess there is a lot of lap traffic that a Watchhorn is trying to work his way through. Never mind. But looks like we appear to be okay. Continue on. Butcher Benjamin. Can Butcher Benjamin maybe use one of these lap cars as a pick?
Yeah, I don't know. Trying to use a lap car as a pick. I mean, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You know, the times it doesn't work, it actually ends up hurting you because you may end up trying to use somebody as a pick, and then, you know, you may get stuck behind them, or, you know, it just may not work in your favor, and it may benefit the other person, obviously, if it doesn't work in your favor. But I think these lap cars are actually kind of helping the 91 right now, because Jack Ryan was further back. Obviously, you saw he lost a little bit of time there, but actually I say that, and it looks like Jack Ryan's gained about 0.2 of a second ever since I started talking.
Yeah, Jack Ryan has been on the aggressive, trying to chase down Merrick Watchorn, and Watchorn has been in a big mess of lap traffic since they pretty much encountered the back of the pack. It has been lap car after lap car for this race leader, and you know what it is when you get to lap traffic, the leader is most likely to lose time in that lap traffic because first, he's the first car of the faster cars to make it up to that traffic, but then also, you're entitled to the battle to try to stay on the lead lap. Once you're lapped, battling the second place car doesn't do anything for you. Battling the leader has, huge race implications for your race. So you're more inclined to battle the race leader.
Absolutely. These guys have every right to battle. It's for a position well, not for a position, but they're trying to stay on the lead lap. So even when they come to the end of the stage, they want to be on the lead lap, or if not, even the first car lap down so they can get that lap back and, be able to pit.
Yeah. Jack Ryan now closes up to the back bumper of the 91. But, lap traffic, and that's the dirt to the outside.
Very, very close action. They're still side by side with Jack Ryan. 3 wide in the middle there. Not something you want to see at Richmond, but they get through that ever so slightly. And that actually, I want to say it helped him because he gained a lot of time.
He did. That was Nate Brooker and Derek Line, the 2 lap cars that Jack Ryan was sandwiched in between. But coming around to 12 laps to go in this first stage, Watchorn doesn't have this stage win locked up yet.
No, nothing is for certain right here, especially in the L-TAC Cup Series. Especially on a track like Richmond, you see Joshua Abbey going a lap down. Jack Ryan definitely back on the attack. You see he had an excellent run out of turn number 2. Looking from the back bumper of the 91. You're going to see him close up here out of turn number 4. It's going to be a sprint for these last 10 laps.
A huge run down the straightaway. This is the closest Jack Ryan's been since he's been passed. Does he have anything in these final 10 laps? There is battles going around the track. Joseph on the back bumper of Andrew Cootie. But the battle up front is what we're trying to keep our eyes on the most. Of course, we can get as much action as we can all around. Grant Peterson still trying to fend off Anthony Mosati. Back up front, Jack Ryan had a good entry, and he loses it in the center of the corner. Can he get the run down the back straight? Looks like a good run for Jack Ryan into 3, but not close enough to do anything.
And these guys are kind of just in their own zip code right now. Got lap cars separating between Ryan and Taylor Butcher Benjamin. So if anything, if I'm Jack Ryan right now, I'm trying to figure out, seeing where I have more speed than Watchorn right now, and trying to set up maybe an over-under move, or even potentially just a slight little bump and run.
We watch off the deck lid of Merrick Watchorn. Well, I guess this is actually a reverse roof came off of Merrick Watchorn. Watching Jack Ryan try as he might to close up to that number 91 down the back straightaway. Ryan trying all he can do. It's only between these two for the next 7 laps. But who's going to win the stage? Who wants to win it more?
I wouldn't be surprised to see Jack Ryan kind of dive it down in these corners in the next couple laps. He's definitely showing that he's got the speed to do it. Oh, Watchorn into the wall.
I just cut away to see what was going on between Cootie and Joseph. But Watchorn, yeah, you did see, and Trey Patton called it perfectly. There was a moment off of turn 2 that the lead has still stayed stagnant, but a glimmer of hope for Jack Ryan as he continues to pressure Watchorn into more mistakes.
See, I'm not sure if he got into the wall because he actually maintained the gap, but if he didn't, he got very, very, very close to that wall. But still, as you mentioned, a glimmer of hope, maybe for Jack Ryan, coming up on the last 5 laps of this stage.
Yep. Out the dashboard of Jack Ryan's number 2 Ford Mustang. Watchorn drives up into a pack of lap cars. This could be the deciding factor. There is, whoa, big moment for Ryan. Keeps that car under control and still had to keep that car under control all the way down the straightaway into 1.
a lot of wheel work and throttle management right there, guys. It's a handful to take care of. If anything right now, if I'm Merrick Watchorn, I don't want to get involved in this lap traffic because it's going to slow him down. And him being slowed down, if he gets caught up in that, that's just going to open the door for Jack Ryan.
That's exactly what it does. Ryan looking at this wide-eyed, and here comes Merrick to the inside. Jack Ryan's got to get through it at the same rate if he wants any chance. Oh, he's going to be side by side with a lap car into one. That's not going to help Jack Ryan.
Going on to turn 2, you see he's still a little bit side by side, ends up clearing him, but he's still got about half a second up to Watchorn before they take the white flag.
Yeah, we're coming around to one more lap in the stage, and Watchorn looking a little bit better off now than he did 5 laps ago, but of course, nothing is for certain. Last lap of stage number 1, Watchorn, Ryan, and lap traffic, almost contact between Jack Ryan and the lap car. But as we come through turns 3 and 4, Merrick Watchorn, can he get off the corner? Yes, he can. Merrick Watchorn will win stage 1.
What an absolute drive from that 91 machine. Jack Ryan put on an absolute show trying to do that as well. As now, as you see the caution out on the speedway, the top 10 will be receiving stage points. Kyle Green finds his way and is managed to stay into the top 10 there to get the last stage point of stage number 1.
Yep, and I'll glance right here. Looks like Ryder Schrauf was the lap car that almost made contact with Jack Ryan, but Ryder Schrauf is the first lap car, 1 lap down, and would be getting the iRacing.com lucky dog. But we'll wait for pit lane to be open. I'm sure pit lane is going to be very busy. Nearly 50 laps, and we had the caution early, so give or take 42, 43-ish laps on tires. You're going to definitely want fresh tires, so here they come.
Most definitely, tires are your best friend. These guys have five sets of tires for tonight's race, so 200 laps. So obviously, you see right here, 50 laps on a set, roughly, give or take. So the next time we'll see these guys come down pit road, I assume, will be lap 100 for the end of stage 2.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't. So now, here's the thing. Jack Ryan's pit box is ahead of Merrick Watchorn's. Watchorn is down and away and not even close. He's going to win the race off pit road over Jack Ryan. But, anything could have happened. Threw it out there. Butcher Benjamin over Holden McGill, Stephen Purcell, Ryan Duke, Joseph, Andrew Cootie, Grant Peterson, and Anthony Mosati will be the 10th car off the pit lane. Technically right now, Ryder Schrauf scored as the leader, but he's just hit the pit lane. And, yeah, I think it's time we try to get a word in with our stage winner. Should we be able to? Yes, let's see. Huh. We'll see if we can get a word in with our stage winner in just a second. But we continue to work under the caution here at Richmond Raceway. Trying to line up the interview with our stage winner. Not looking likely now. Hopefully we'll get the chance to talk to him later on in the broadcast. But at least we have to shout out the people who make this happen. And of course, one of the biggest sponsors, not only Pits Out TV, but coming off straight from L-TAC, is Tucson Sound Art. Your picture, your music. You provide the image you want, and we will custom create a beautiful themed, high-quality canvas with a built-in Bluetooth speaker. With Sound Art, you get the best of both worlds. Visit TucsonSoundArt.com for additional info. Make sure you use PitStopTV, that promo code PitStopTV at checkout, and you'll receive 10% off of your purchase. Next, of course, we have Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine. And when it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy. And at Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine, the owner, Ashley Bullier, is a certified micropigmentation specialist who provides professional, safe, and personalized services. You can contact Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine at permanentmakeupinmaine.com or call or text them at 207-358-8683. And of course, you have Whiplash Media, which is Pit Stop TV's parent organization. Whiplash Media specializes in various sim racing resources, including paint schemes, stream overlays, iRacing camera packs, and more. Whiplash Media is also working on its presence in real racing. Make sure you check it out at www.whiplash-media.com. That was a little abbreviated as I saw the field went 1 to go that time by the start-finish line. And front row, we're going to have Merrick Watchorn, Jack Ryan, the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car hits the safety of the pit lane, and we are back to racing.
Watchorn with an excellent restart there off from the outside line. You see Jack Ryan following suit behind him, Taylor Butcher, Benjamin, Holden McGill, Ryan Duke, your top 5. Actually, Joseph up into the top 5.
Yeah, Jack Ryan's got a huge run. He's going to get all over the 91. To the inside he goes.
This is what we were expecting to see, a side-by-side battle right here. Fresh tires. These guys are equal. He's going to use that bottom to his advantage. You're going to see, it gets really tight there. Able to clear him for the lead.
Yeah, Jack Ryan to the race lead, but we're not done yet. We also saw Watchorn come in a little bit later, so maybe Ryan's better on the long run. Back here, though, the battle for third. Holden McGill to the inside of Taylor Butcher Benjamin all over the yellow line. He's going to have to catch it off of turn 2, and he's going to be under attack from the 96 Ryan Duke caution on the speedway. Robert Mathis.
Yeah, you see Robert Mathis, all the back end of that race car is completely tore up.
Yeah, well, we're going to go ahead and get a replay and see what had happened. We're going to watch it all unfold here, and this is Robert Mathis on the front straightaway. He gets the wall, nowhere to go for the 30 of Brett Fisher. They both go through the grass and spinning back up the track. Oh, no! Oh, man, I think that was last week's race winner, Kevin Franks. Oh, that was.
Oh man. Absolute heartbreak.
We'll see what Kevin Franks saw. We're right on board with him.
So you see we're going into turn number 3 right here, coming out of 4. So you see he arcs it down on the bottom. Oh, you see them spinning ahead, smoke ahead. Doesn't know really quite. Oh, man.
Oh,
Just came right up the racetrack, clobbered. Unfortunately for him, he is going to have to utilize that fast repair along with quite a few other guys. So, I mean, it kind of sucks to, have to use that fast repair on lap 61. That just means these guys have to keep it clean for another 140 laps. We're going to get another look at that here. Just looking from the TV camera, or from the blimp, I guess, there. You see him come up the track, really just didn't have enough reaction time and collected about 3 or 4 cars in that.
Yeah, the 92 of Barrick Uphold, the 30 of Brett Fisher, the 44 back here of Sean Deal. A lot of good cars involved in that one. Well, we're going to get back to the action up front. And, yeah, well, Jack Ryan back to the race lead over Merrick Watchorn. So the roles are reversed from the last restart. How aggressive can we expect Merrick Watchorn to be on this next restart, knowing that Jack Ryan all but made contact on anyone? He was as close as he can get without making contact.
Yeah, he definitely made that look easy for sure. Making that pass for the lead. Obviously you want to see clean racing, clean, close, hard racing on a short track. Now that Taylor's got the inside line here, I think he might be a threat here on this restart now that he kind of can gauge when these guys are going to go. Obviously, he doesn't know when they're going to go exactly, but being behind the leader is definitely going to help him.
Yep, for sure. And look, I mean, they're ready to go. They're doubled up. The lights are still on the pace car, but they want to go. These two, for what it's worth, they've had a really clean race. It has been very tight, but very clean the entire time. And back here, what happened in row 2, a lot of the same thing. Butcher Benjamin under heavy attack from McGill, but Butcher Benjamin was able to hold on.
Yeah, just from what we've seen covering the series, last season, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, he is a veteran on the sim. He definitely knows how to get around these places. He knows what he's doing, and he's one to watch out for. Watching Holden McGill last week, we know this guy knows how to get around a plate track. He was absolutely dominant last week, and here he is showing his face up in the top 4, up in the early half of this race. We have really no idea what to expect from some of these guys because some of these are new faces. So it's going to be really, really nice to watch some of these guys and watch the race unfold because we don't know what to expect.
Yeah, well, the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car is back into the safety of pit lane, and we are off and away as we head down to turn number 1. Jack Ryan, what a start. He went as soon as the pace car went off, which I guess by rule, but Taylor Butcher Benjamin had a bad start. Both Ryan Duke and Holden McGill got around him, and he's under attack from Andrew Cootie.
See Joseph holding him down to that bottom line. You see Holden McGill up also right there in front of him, as you mentioned. Ryan Duke finally getting his name up into the mix. We haven't seen Ryan Duke up front very much since last season. I remember back at Bristol last year, he was definitely one of the faster guys. So he's going to poke his nose up into this front battle.
Yeah, we'll see. Does Holden McGill have anything for the front tonight? He's clear of a lot of it, but he's under attack big time from Ryan Duke. Ryan Duke could send it. He doesn't. But he could have. He was close, and he was really vying to see what he could do to Holden McGill.
Yeah, really at this point in the race, it's all about trying to see what you have and trying to, you got to be patient. As we mentioned before, these stages are kind of long, the 50-lap stages. So these guys still have all the way to lap 100. You're watching right here the battle for, I believe this is the 4th spot. You see Joseph and Ryan Duke, Taylor Butcher Benjamin going side by side, still side by side, going into turn number 3. Andrew Cootie following suit right behind them.
Yeah, up front it has spaced out a little bit. Jack Ryan has 0.4 of a second over Merrick Watchhorn. Holden McGill about the same length back, and we can finally give the Duke credit. People back here have been needing for their hard work, but both Cootie and Joseph and now Mulsati are all going to work their way past Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Mulsati still trying to work to the inside of the 1, but something amiss on the 1 of Butcher Benjamin. He didn't have a good restart, and then he's been questionable since then, dropping straight down to running order.
I think the last time by, as we mentioned earlier, coming out of turn 2, they were racing really hard. I know he got really close to that wall. He got super tight, so he had to get off the throttle a little bit. I don't know if he tagged the wall at all, but definitely getting off the gas slowed his momentum down a lot. As you see, he's dropped down all the way back to 7th place.
So we continue on. Up front, Ryan Duke pressuring Holden McGill still. Does he have anything? He looks like he's biding his time, as he has been most of this time. Also up front, tightening up, Merrick Watchhorn. Looks like he has a longer run car than Jack Ryan. That is tightened up right in front of this 21 Holden McGill. We're watching right now from the cockpit of the 96 of Ryan Duke, and you can see both the battle for the lead. Well, now the entire battle for the lead is looking like a 4-car battle for the lead as Holden McGill closes up on Merrick Watchhorn.
Yeah, Holden McGill definitely starting to figure out what he needs to do to get up there. He's not too close, but he's not too far. You see Watchhorn starting to make more time on Jack Ryan. It's about what we saw going for the finish of stage number 2, except the roles are reversed now.
Now let's think about this one. We had, of course, the stage yellow that took us into stage 2 a few laps. Then we had the next caution. So we're still on relatively fresh tires for what it's worth. This is about 10-lap-old tires, green flag running wise. But we're halfway through the stage, and that has made a huge difference in Jack Ryan. He's also probably learned a little bit on how he's going to defend Merrick Watchorn after being behind him a little bit. But we're basically halfway through the stage 2, and Jack Ryan under attack from Merrick Watchorn, but I think Ryan will be more apt for this fight than he was in stage 1.
Absolutely. Being behind Watchorn in stage 1, he was able to discover where Merrick was putting his car. You're going to see him, actually, we see it right there. We talk about where he's going to put his car. That's not where he wanted to put his car. He opened that bottom side, but you're going to see side by side, he's still going to have the outside and surged to the lead. But this battle is not over yet, folks.
Yeah, the power around the outside for Jack Ryan, but he's got to get off the front to avoid the wall. Merrick Watchorn has a fender into turn 3. Is he going to send it? Jack Ryan up the track, trying to get the run off the corner, side by side to the line. Jack Ryan still holds station up front. 23 laps to go in stage 2.
This is the kind of hard, clean racing we love to see anywhere, especially on a short track. Oh, Watchorn gets really, really loose going there, able to keep that going, but he's still not out of the picture.
Yeah, Jack Ryan gets a moment to breathe. Merrick Watchorn gets to reevaluate his choices. Ryan Duke now has closed up even more to the back bumper of McGill. He was there earlier, but McGill opened up the gap. I think McGill maybe had to get off the throttle in reaction to Merrick Watchorn's near spin. Back here, Taylor Butcher Benjamin has found station in 7th place and is now trying to work over the 9 of Andrew Cootie.
Yeah, back further up front, still watching this battle for the lead. He's going to have an absolute heck of a run. Almost gets to that back bumper. You're going to see a lot of these people, using that bumper a little bit, tapping them here and there. Hey, man, I'm here. Watch out.
I have to say, this has been very, very clean thus far, and I'm very impressed. But to the inside goes Watchorn.
Down to the inside he goes through turns 1 and 2. You see Holden McGill trying to get his way. Whoa, contact! They're able to keep that going, but he's able to keep it still side by side going into turn 3. They're going to wash up the track a little bit more, but Jack Ryan's still going to have a little bit of the advantage as he edges Watchorn at the line. Slowly, more contact.
Sliding! The 91 slides up the track. He's got to really back it down. Holden McGill closes up. Double wide up front. Jack Ryan out of control. He makes contact with Watchorn. He now loses 2 spots. But Jack Ryan, what a save for him to stay in control of that 2 car. Merrick Watchorn to the lead. Holden McGill to 2nd. Ryan Duke wants by. Jack Ryan for 3rd. What just happened?
Absolutely insane. We talk about these, tempers flaring a little bit. We actually have a caution on the speed.
No.
Not quite sure what that was for, but that gives us a minute to catch our breath and just kind of break down what we just saw there.
Yeah, we're gonna try to find a replay of what happened here. Let's see. This may have to be a little bit of searching. I don't know if this was Curtis Martin. He was just the slowest on timing and scoring when I looked. I think he may have just slowed down for the caution. Oh, it's up in front, the 33. Looks slow on the back straight. Robert Pattengale. Let's see, now we have a little bit more of a detailed replay to watch. Here we go, the 33, the Tucson Sound Art machine, Robert Pattengale. All by himself at this point. And, oh, action in front of him. Well, it wasn't him. This is still in front of him.
Seeing here from race control, it looks like the 13 got into the 52. So Mario LaPinta, a little more contact with the 99 further on back. So as you saw, we were coming up to that from the onboard of Pattengale.
Yeah, let's see if we can see what happened. So something about LaPinta Peterson getting into it collecting somebody else. So yeah, here they are. They're racing. Oh, yep. There's Lapine. Oh wow, 99 of Derek Rollevold. Kind of muscles his way by 2 sliding cars, and I think they saved it. Grant Peterson. I know he's damaged, but I think he saved that.
Yeah, he kept that safe for the most part. You see that little bit of damage he's got there on the left rear, but for the most part, you know, they kept the cars rolling. But you know, obviously, iRacing triggered that there were some cars sideways and you know up in front of up and coming cars, so they threw the yellow. We're gonna get another view here, watching from the 52 of Peterson. See them coming out of 2. This is the, you know.
See if there's contact. Yeah, there was.
It's very slight contact. You see Rollevold just coming in full head of steam and just plowed straight into that back end.
Yeah, well, a good save, but that will bring out the yellow. So now, here we go. The drivers up front, they did not pit. Granted, you know, they have about 15, 20 green flag laps on their tires. And we're going to be going green with, give or take, 11, 12 laps left in the stage. Now these drivers have a little bit of a green flag run on their tires. The heat cycled on the tires now. What are we expecting? And a new player, Holden McGill, after dominating last week at Daytona. This is a whole different animal than Daytona. But he's on the front row with Merrick Watchorn. What can we expect?
Expect, you know, a little bit of an aggressive, I guess more of an aggressive approach here. One thing we do need to watch for is wheel spin. It's very easy to do in these cup cars, especially on, you know, older tires and warmer tires like this. You know, obviously I didn't expect these guys to come down pit road, because we're going to see them come down pit road here in about 13 laps at the end of stage number 2. But I think we're going to see a little bit more of an aggressive side from Holden McGill than what we saw last week, because, you know, he wants to get some more points from what he did last week. He got 2 stage wins. Why not make it 3?
Well, let's see if he can. Green flag back in the air. And what a start for Merrick Watchorn. Holden McGill does get clear to second. And you're right, coming into today, Holden McGill had a 15-point lead. And unfortunately, it's not been the best of day for Kevin Franks, who came in second in points. So looking to really may have a huge statement at the top of the standings heading into the meat of the schedule. It would do well for Holden McGill to get a stage win here.
Searching for that stage win, but we're looking further back. This is the battle for, looks like the 5th spot, 5th, 6th spot, all the way back to 7th. You see Taylor Butcher Benjamin all over the back bumper of that 9 machine, Andrew Cootie. We've seen Butcher Benjamin battling a lot of these guys further on back. You see Anthony Massotti right there in that 49. Joseph finds his way into the top 5.
Yeah, they continue on down the back straight. Really tight back here. Now Cootie sends it on Massotti. Well, it looked like he was going to send it from the angle, but Massotti with a huge drive into the corner holds station up front. Ryan Duke now on Jack Ryan. We'll see off of turn 2 up front. Merrick Watchorn has a 3/10 of a second advantage over Holden McGill, which normally that's, you know, that's not a lot, but at a short track that is quite a large margin.
Yeah, 3/10 of a second on a track that, you know, it's about 22, 21 seconds a lap. You know, 3/10 of a second is everything. You know, that's a really, really big gap. And, you know, obviously that's the difference between, you know, even now, 3/10 of a second could be the difference between winning and finishing 5th, could be the difference in finishing, you know, maybe back to, I'd say maybe 10th, but nonetheless, we're looking on Ryan Duke here, working on that 2 machine of Jack Ryan, trying to get up into that 3rd spot.
Yeah, Jack Ryan, good on him for staying up here after getting getting really into it, and then having to save that car on the back straightaway last restart. But now under attack, Ryan Duke with a send. What a send from Ryan Duke. Can he stick it? He sticks it. up to third for the 96.
Very good move for that 96. So you're going to see him slot himself into that third spot, trying to run down that 21 of Holden McGill. I don't think he's going to make much more ground, as there's only about 5 laps to go in the stage. I think where we're sitting right now is going to be the order when we cross the straight.
Well, Joseph might have something to say about that. Working over to the number 2, Jack Ryan, a huge lunge. I think that's his line, but it looks like a huge block down the back straight. And Joseph wants fourth position. However, back, this is not for stage points. This is for 13th, though. Wyatt Brackett under attack from Colin Stone. They're going at it. Oh, contact! Colin Stone gets hit by the 76 of Kyle Green. He saves it, and we continue on.
Let's save right there. I mean, that's some wheel work right there. That could have been a caution right there, and that would have actually ended stage number 2. But they keep that going. You're looking at Anthony Masati right here trying to run down that 9 machine of Andrew Cootie. This is for 6th place.
Yep, this is. And see Jack Ryan still under attack from Joseph. Oh, almost contact. This is going to go down to the wire. I think we still have 2 laps left in this stage. And the time for a bump and run is getting smaller and smaller, but do you bump and run for stage 2?
I think for those extra points, I'd say it would be justified. You know, as long as he makes it clean and doesn't wreck him, I'd say it's completely justifiable. Nonetheless, we are on the last lap of stage number 2. You see Ryan Duke trying to get to Holden McGill. He's not going to quite do that. You see up ahead, Merrick Watchorn's got over a second lead.
Yeah, Watchorn, phenomenal job. He'll go back-to-back for stage win. It'll be stage number 2. Merrick Watchorn wins over a second over Holden McGill in a fierce battle for Ryan Duke. Ryan will hold on to 4th over Joseph, Andrew Cootie, Anthony Mosati, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Derek Rollevold, and Mario LaPenta. 2 drivers involved in the most recent yellow. They'll still end up getting stage points. Grant Peterson came home 12th, being the star of the most recent yellow. So good on all 3 of them to keep it in.
Yeah, these guys did an absolute heck of a job. Merrick Watchorn able to use what he learned in stage 1 to come back, use those fresh tires to get by Jack Ryan. Obviously a little bit of contact, but he's no stranger to being up front. He knows how to get around, and he's going to sweep stage 1 and stage 2.
Yeah, great run so far from Merrick Watchorn. And here they come to pit road, as he called, as we expected. They were going to come into pit road on the stage yellow. And we'll see. There's no lap cars now in between Watchorn and 2nd place. We'll see if McGill has anything for Watchorn. Here comes the drivers to the attention of their crews. And work begins. 4 fresh Goodyear tires and half a full tank of Sunoco race fuel, as the fuel limit is 50% for the L-TAC Cup Series. Down and away. Oh! Merrick Watchorn will not win the race off pit road. I think it was Holden McGill will. Maybe Merrick Watchorn had some damage to repair. Holden McGill wins the race off pit road over Ryan Duke. Maybe no. Maybe. Oh, I think Holden McGill might have a penalty.
Yeah, from the looks of it, I think he might have a speeding penalty. So if that's the case, Ryan Duke will come out. Joseph with an excellent pit stop. Going to find himself P2.
Well, this has changed everything. And I don't see Merrick Watchorn as well. No. Maybe I'm missing. Oh, no, he's 6th. I guess I was not used to him being somewhere that's not the front. And, yeah, we're going to see if we can get an interview with our stage winner this time. And, let's see if we can do it. This might take a second. But, Yeah, until then, I guess I'll shout out Tucson Sound Art one more time because I know how they are, a huge help. And Robert Pattengale, of course, is running a lovely Tucson Sound Art car. But Tucson Sound Art is your picture, your music, and you get the best of both worlds. When you provide Tucson Sound Art an image you want, they will custom create a beautiful framed, high-quality canvas with a built-in Bluetooth speaker with sound art. You get the best of both worlds. Visit TucsonSoundArt.com for additional info. And at checkout, make sure you use code PITSTOPTV and receive 10% off of your purchase. We'll see if we can get them. Maybe we're not going to be able to get them, and that's okay. As long as, I guess, he gets his credit, because he's done a phenomenal race. I'm not exactly sure how he would respond, but I'm sure he is very happy to have won stage 1 and 2, but almost means nothing. Looks like we can oh yeah, looks like we have a chance. Actually, yeah, looks like we have a chance to talk with our one of the drivers who's been up front a lot today, and now he's going to be restarting third, Jack Ryan. Jack, how's your race been today, man? It has been hard fought up front.
Yes, man, it's been very wild. I appreciate the good racing with all these guys. It's been a ton of fun, and I just can't wait to get out there and keep fighting for spots, man.
For sure. Talk to us about the battle with Merrick. That looked like it was very hard fought, and somehow, some way, stayed very clean for as long as it did.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a good driver. I try to be good when I can, and we just fought pretty hard. There was some contact, but I mean, I think that's just racing. My arms were all over the place, though.
All right, really quick, we want to get you back to the action, but just anybody you have to shout out for your run so far today?
Yeah, I want to thank Cody Meadows. He's my spotter. Appreciate him a lot, and AOD Racing.
Right on. Well, good luck to you on the second half of the race. It's been fun watching you so far, and we'll leave you to it.
Thank you.
Right on. And that was the number 2 of Jack Ryan. And we're going to get back to the action. Ryan Duke, your race leader over Joseph. Joseph, green flag back in the air. We're racing.
Ryan Duke with an excellent restart. You're going to see Jack Ryan. We just got done talking to him. You heard him. He was all over the place. Definitely had a good time running up front. He's back up and almost to the top.
Oh, car's in the wall.
It's like Mario Lapinta may have gotten, actually that's the 11 machine of Wyatt Brackett. You see Jeremy Berger up into the mix.
I don't know who exactly caught the wall, but it looked like it was going to be big. Oh, and around goes, is that the 49 of Mulsadi? It's going to be a caution on the speedway. Mulsadi from the front of the field, straight down. At least 28th right now. Man, Mulsadi, he must have gotten loose off of 2. Well, we'll get a look at the replay in just a second. And let's see if we can get a look at the replay. What happened to Mulsadi? That looked rough. Here he was battling the 9 of Andrew Cootie, and this was for essentially 4th, and he got up into the mix right in front. I'm sorry, that was Cootie up in front, but Mulsadi just gets loose.
Yeah, all on his own, got loose. It's just something you got to take in consideration here. You know, the tires are still not really heated up that much, and just trying to drive it down hard like that into the corner. And, you know, as you see there, just car came out from under him. We're going to get another view here, see if he gets any, see what kind of happens here. Oh, yeah, just got in the gas. Looks like he just got in the gas a little bit too quick, kind of went up the track, tried to correct it to get off that wall, and just put a little bit too much wheel input in it, and then just the car just got sent right on around.
Hey, you know what, Vo? Major props on him to keep that car under control. That looked tough. But, one more shot. This is going to be from the cockpit of the number 49 of Anthony Mulsadi off of turn number 2. And a little quick on the gas. Keep it off the wall. Keep it off the wall. Keep it off the wall. He'll do so. Wow.
A lot of wheel work there.
Cars coming by on one side, the wall coming up quick on the other side. How he doesn't hit anything is beyond me.
Yeah, those tires now, I mean, we mentioned, you know, these guys just pit, and those tires are absolutely destroyed from spinning and swerving like that, and then especially, you know, doing a little bit of a burnout right there to get the car turned back around. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him coming back down pit road. He has nothing to lose right now.
That's for sure, and looks like they want us to interview the driver of the number 9, Andrew Cootie. Andrew, right now you're running third. Talk to us how you got to third today.
To be honest, I have no idea. I did not expect to be as far as I was, far up as I am right now. Off the restart, the 2 car got real, he hit the wall, and I was able to get by I think it was Mazzati or whatever his name is, and I was able to get by both of them, take third. I was able to roll around the outside on the restart before that happened, but car's feeling great, starting to turn a little bit better. I'm just excited that I'm up this high.
I was gonna say, what's the game plan now to try to get Ryan Duke, Joseph?
Save the tires, honestly. The tire wear is ridiculous on this track. It's gonna be worse at Atlanta, but it'll be, it's bad right now. 20 or 30 laps pushing, your tires are dead. So I'm just trying to save as much as possible. And save much more than them. I'll be able to take the lead and hopefully get a win.
Fair enough.
Need some points.
Real quick, give us a shout out, or shout out whoever you need to shout out for your run today.
Just SMP Motorsports. That's my team. Joseph, not Joseph. Jeremy Berger, Sean Huffstutler, John Fallon, Mason Thompson. All of them. They're all team. So.
Fair enough. We'll let you get back to it because y'all are restarting.
Thanks.
And that was driver of the number 9, Anthony Cootie. And, yeah, what a start from him. The racing has gone on. Ryan Duke got an amazing start. And now Jack Ryan to the outside of Joseph. We'll see.
Side by side. Oh, I think Joseph went through the grass. We're still green.
Yeah, he went
around. Still no yellow.
That will be a yellow.
There's the yellow.
Wow. So much happened right there. Caught me off guard. Well, I think it just got loose off of 4. It is so easy to do so. We said at the beginning of the broadcast how easy it is to get loose off of 4. And unfortunately, I think he's just going to go around getting on the gas a little too soon. So we'll see here. He's to the inside of Jack Ryan. The 3 and 4. No, there a little bit of contact. We'll have to get a better look at it.
Did a really nice job keeping that car straight, keeping it out of that wall, keeping it out of the inside wall. Did a really good job waiting, trying to rejoin there. Had a really safe rejoin, but obviously there, you know, having a slow car down on the bottom, it's going to trigger a yellow flag, and that's why we're under caution right now. But that could have been a lot worse. But fortunately enough, nobody else was involved in that. So single car, I mean, if you really want to call that a single car, wouldn't really call it a wreck, just more so of an incident, and unfortunate for Joseph because, I mean, he was up in the 3rd spot.
Fair enough. And let's see here if we can deduce that there was contact. It's so close. Maybe net-coated contact? We'll have to get an onboard shot, I guess. That's close. Yeah, let's see if we can get an onboard shot of what happened. Wrong driver. Joseph. This is the pretty much the whole restart. Jack Ryan to the inside. He gets clear there. Fighting for traction, sends it up the inside. Is there contact, or does he just lose it? Oh, there's contact there. Maybe netcode did contact, but there was contact.
Saw the left front of Jack Ryan kind of cave in a little bit there, so that right there confirms that there was some form of contact, whether it was actual contact or netcode. Obviously, netcode, you can't really avoid it. It's just something that happens here on the sim. But if anybody had anything to gain from that, Merrick Watchhorn back up into the 3rd spot.
Yeah, good on Merrick Watchhorn. He did get around Andrew Cootie, and yeah, I mean, it has been crazy what's been happening on these restarts up front. Absolutely insane. But you know what? For the most part, these drivers have been on the edge of control and keeping it in their control.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's kind of, when we come to a short track like this, you know, you don't really know what to expect. You know, we say that a lot. You know, you don't know if it's going to be, you know, ran green flag, if it's going to be a caution fest. These guys have done a really good job of maintaining themselves. You know, just, we've only had, I think, 3 incidents other than, or 3 cautions other than the stage breaks. Obviously, we can't get by those. Like, you know, those are going to happen. But these guys have ticked away 120 laps.
Yeah, looks like we lost Trey Patton for a second. He should be back any moment, but nonetheless, doubled up and ready to go for this restart. We're going green with 79 laps remaining in the race. No more stage breaks. This is straight run it to the checkered flag. How many cautions we have in between now and the checkered flag is totally up to these drivers, as a group at least. But on the front row, Ryan Duke, Jack Ryan. Row 2, Merrick Watchhorn, Andrew Cootie. Row 3, Derek Rollevold and Taylor Butcher Benjamin. The iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car into the safety of the pit lane and back to racing we go at Richmond.
Ryan Duke with an excellent restart. Just got some info. Trey Schultzworth pointed out Derek Roosevelt, 34th to 5th. An excellent night, quiet night from that 99 machine. We saw he had a little bit of contact earlier on in that race, driving through. Can't really remember who it was off the top of my head, but he's got that car.
LaPinta and Peterson.
Oh, yeah. Right. But you know, here we are, lap 123. He's found himself slotted into the top 5.
Wow, what a run, and almost contact between Watchhorn and Cootie. We continue on, almost contact again. Wow, this is what we love about short track racing. These drivers putting it all on the line to try to get what they can. Now, right now, the battle for 3rd, Watchhorn holds station over Cootie.
Watchhorn definitely knows how to get around this place. We've seen it. We've said it. Rolleveld trying to make his presence known up here in the top 10. Going on board with him right now. You see him on that red line. You kind of see a little bit there of the dashboard. See him when he gets on the gas and gets off the gas, kind of hitting that red line, going down the front straightaway. You're going to see him get off the gas there, kind of roll the car, try to roll through the center. Andrew Cootie trying to make a run there on the 91 of Merrick Watchhorn. You get an excellent view of what's going on, you know, just right in front of him. So that, honestly, from his cockpit, it's a really good view to see what's going on up front for the lead.
Yep, fair enough. And we continue on now. Jack Ryan under attack from Watchhorn. Where have we seen this before?
Yeah, definitely not anything we haven't seen before tonight, and I expect to see a lot more of it. Ryan Duke taking the best of this right now, trying to extend his lead. Not really much to worry about right now as you're looking from that rear bumper camera of Ryan Duke. It's a little squirrely. I don't know, that may just how it looked, but he's got about 3.5 tenths up on Jack Ryan right now. He's going to get a little bit of a surge out of turn number 2, but Jack Ryan is no stranger to that top spot, and he's going to do what it takes to get up to that top spot.
Oh, for sure. But I think both of these drivers have a lot of heart, a lot of fight I think everybody up here has been showing a lot of heart and a lot of fight, but I mean, Derek Revelode just got passed by Taylor Butcher Benjamin, who he's been quiet ever since his bad restart. He went from 3rd to about 7th, and it's been a struggle to get up front. And I think that also speaks volumes to how aggressive and how competitive it is up front, is that it's taken him forever just to get to 5th.
He's had an up and down night. I don't know, we mentioned he may have caught the wall earlier, so I don't know if he's got any damage on that race car that might be, preventing him to drive the car how he wants to, but definitely making do with what he has. He's had a solid night right now. He's been in the top 10 the entire race. Looking back, Holden McGill, after that speeding penalty, he's found his way almost back up into the top 10. You see him battling the 10 of Zach Arnold there. This is for 12th.
Yeah, he will get around and clear of Zach Arnold and Holden McGill. I didn't think he'd have any problem trying to get back into the top 10. The problem becomes the level of competition he has to get through once he's in the top 10. It is absolutely stacked up here. Here comes Butcher Benjamin on Andrew Cootie. He will clear up into the 4th position with ease. And we continue on. Zach Arnold now on Barrick uphold, but also under attack from Kyle Green. Kyle Green's been into it a little bit, but a huge factor in the midfield. Kyle Green has been up and down the middle of this pack. Let's see actually where he's been. I'm sorry. Kyle Green again. He started 22nd. He's been as high as 10th. Like I said, up and down this mid pack. Right now in 14th, but Kyle Green has also. When I say there's been a lot of heart up front, I don't mean there's not been any in the middle of the field. There's a lot of heart in this field. But Kyle Green, he has had a crazy day and is looking just to salvage what he can. Zach Arnold has also now just fallen back and is almost cleared by the 04 of Curtis Martin. Merrick Watchhorn now on Jack Ryan. What can Jack Ryan do to fend off Merrick Watchhorn? It's almost for certain that he's going to get passed by Watchhorn. When or how long can he hold off Watchhorn for?
I think Watchhorn now knows how he needs to play his cards. He knows, how to get around it, knows how to get up front. So it's more so just trying to see how he's going to play his cards, shuffle the deck a little bit and just kind of see where his cards land onto the table. You're going to see Jack Ryan goes almost from the wall down to the inside line, trying to block Watchhorn from trying to get a run down there. That was actually a really good move, trying to put his car where Watchhorn is trying to put his to block any potential run. And they're actually starting to get up a little bit of a run on Ryan Duke.
Yeah, these top 3 are getting really close together, and we can really have something spark up here. Now, with the 50% fuel load, we're not done with pit stops. With a green flag pit stop at Richmond, this is one of the trickiest pit lanes to get onto. I mean, you're going from a high speed right at the end of the back straightaway, one of the highest speeds you get over in turn 1, I guess. And you have to get down onto the flat and then down the pit road speed without losing control of the car. And, well, scratch that. We have a caution to Speedway. Joshua Abbey is towed to the pit lane. Let's see if we can get a replay going here. It had nothing to do with him, actually. Let's see if we can see anything around here.
Here from Race Control, looks like it was the 82 machine of Lauren McFadden.
Oh, right there. And
Yeah, I can
on to the pit lane.
definitely see why that would be called a yellow. And fortunately for Lauren, he was able to find himself into pit road. You see, he's got a little bit of damage right there already on the back end. We're going to try and follow Lauren here and see what happens. He's battling that 57.
That's Stefan Purcell. And I need a better view of that, but I think that's more of a racing incident. Two drivers going for the same spot right there.
Oh, most definitely. That's exactly how I would describe it. It's just one of those racing things. Two drivers going for the same piece of real estate. As you see here, we're going to get another better view looking at here on board with the 57 of Purcell. Going down the back straightaway, you can see McFadden there. Looks like he just kind of missed the corner, as Emerson said. Just kind of went up the track a little bit. Unfortunately, McFadden was there, couldn't really do much, and went along for the ride.
Yeah, there wasn't too much to it. Yeah, let's see if we can get another view of this. Sorry, it's back here. And yeah, that looks a little more clear. I don't think it was intentional by any means, but yeah, definitely missed the corner and McFadden getting the worst of it.
Well, fortunately for him, he was able to find his way to pit road and not those barrels, because he's able to walk away with that with a lot less damage than what he could have had.
For sure. And looks like we've had some pit stops, except for Andrew Cootie and Derek Rolovold and Colin Stone.
Joseph up there as well.
Yeah, Joseph, that's correct. Everybody else other than David Brackett, has pitted.
Well, this will be interesting to see how the strategy unfolds here. So obviously you got some guys up here like Andrew Cootie, last pit stop 40 laps ago. Derek Rolovold, 41 laps ago. Joseph 25 laps ago, and Colin Stone on par with Cootie and Rolovold with 40 laps since his last pit stop. So it'll be interesting to see old tires versus new tires. These guys have got to be careful not to spin the tires, because that, obviously that can create a big stack up or even a potential wreck. So Cootie, obviously, we heard him say earlier, he's going to try and find a way to get himself up into that top spot, and maybe if strategy plays way, he can maybe find a way to win. So maybe if a caution comes out in his favor, but I don't know. I think once they get going, those guys back, in about fifth on back on fresh tires are going to make their way back up front.
Yeah, I bet he was expecting drivers to stay out a little bit longer, or maybe trying to, well, I don't know if they have to make 2 stops. I don't think they would have to make a second stop, the people who just pitted, unless there's overtime possibly. We'll see. But Andrew Cootie, Derek Rolovold, the pace car into the safety pit. Oh no, delayed green. We're gonna get another pace lap here. Looks like maybe towards the back of the pack we weren't sorted out. Oh, the pace car just shot through the pit wall.
That's not something you see every day right there.
Didn't see it. Nope, didn't even mention it. That pace car has just always been on the track. That was wild. I heard crashing and I was confused. I looked at time and scoring and there was nobody stopped, and then I see a pace car on the bottom of the screen. But nonetheless, double wide, ready to go. I think we're going green this time. It'll be Andrew Cootie, Derek Rolovold, Joseph, Colin Stone, and then fresh tires with Ryan Duke and Jack Ryan. And back to racing we go. Andrew Cootie leads the field back to green.
He actually managed that restart really well. Got him a good gap. You see Joseph able to get a really good run there on the bottom as well. Derek Rolovold, not really able to do much with his position there on the outside. Looked like they had a little bit of a stack up. But here comes Ryan Duke trying to find his way into the third spot, working to get second here on Joseph.
Andrew Cootie's best friend is gonna. Oh, Merrick Watchhorn! What a save into turn 1. Oh, we're not done yet. Trying to keep control of that thing down the back straight, and Andrew Cootie has already been passed by Ryan Duke. My goodness.
You know, at the rate this is going right now, I wouldn't have thought to say Ryan Duke would be up front leading this thing, but, you know, when it comes to these things, you have to expect the unexpected. We're looking back, Kyle Green up in a complete just gaggle of cars.
Kevin Franks, last week's winner.
Definitely a unfortunate night here for the 98 machine, Kevin Franks, last week's winner. We're going to see if we can try and pull up a replay for you guys so we can see what brought out the caution.
Yep, here we go. We're gonna try to find it here. And contact there with the 10 of Zach Arnold.
Pretty decent hit there with the inside wall. Don't think he got any terminal engine damage from that, as he's able to drive away from that, but definitely gonna have gonna be down on some RPMs, and I think he's already used his fast repairs, so unfortunate for last week's winner.
We'll see. Get another view of it here. More direct view of what happened here. See if there is any one person to blame, but he was trying to diamond a corner. The 10 was rocking the inside. I mean, that's nothing intentional from Zach Arnold's point of view, but yeah, just very tough. We'll see. Let's try to get an onboard with from Zach Arnold and see what he saw.
See him take turn 4 side by side there across the stripe, going real good. Just kind of holds his line down on the bottom. Yeah, nothing wrong there. The 98 just kind of came down a little bit, you know.
I guess he didn't anticipate him coming down, but he was really gassing up to the center of the corner. Though there was no car in his lane when he was gassing it up. Let's see. Let's just get back to the action up front. And Ryan Duke, as he said, weren't sure if we were gonna be talking Ryan Duke. I mean, it says he's led 41 laps. I mean, he has, been up here. But we were thinking this was gonna be Merrick Watchhorn, maybe Jack Ryan. Ryan Duke has really shown that he's really gonna be a force in deciding this finish. Andrew Cootie on his old tires is still a factor up here.
He has not decided to pit yet. He's on 49 lap old tires versus 11 with everyone else around him. So Watchhorn, Duke, Jack Ryan right behind him. Definitely trying to play Pied Piper, I guess to say. Trying to play the long run strat, see how long he can make these tires last before he just completely, spins out or just can't run them anymore. But looking here, he's making it work. He's still in the top 5, actually top 3, so he's in a podium position right now, so good on him.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot to it. This could be, him just trying to get track position and stay out of the mess back there. Though he wasn't too far back in the pack, so I guess that's not necessarily an excuse. Maybe just try to get the lead and see if he could hold on, which Ryan Duke proved that evidently it was going to be very hard to hold somebody off on 40 lap older tires. But yeah, maybe he's trying to stay out here and maybe see if the tires will equal out at one point where everybody else might have to come in and pit again, depending on how the cautions fall. Nonetheless, going green to 47 laps to go, and back to racing we go at Richmond.
Ryan Duke with another excellent restart. I'd be on the lookout. Merrick Watchhorn, Jack Ryan going to be side by side coming out of turn 2. Jack Ryan gets stuck on the outside. Not much of a run. Nothing he could really do there. Andrew Cootie trying to do something about it, but here comes Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Haven't been talking much about him being up front. He's trying to take the 4th spot.
Yeah, Butcher Benjamin getting clear of Andrew Cootie, and here comes Wyatt Brackett up into the mix. We haven't not mentioned the 11 car at all today, and he's into the top 5.
Other name right there, Grant Peterson, found himself almost in the top 5. We have a caution on the speedway.
Oh no, I should have said he Mosadi again. Oh man, Wyatt Brackett was as low as 38th today. He's up to 5th, but Anthony Mosadi has had trouble again. And let's see if we can figure out what happened. Oh no! 16 there, made contact and more contact and trying to save it and sliding. Once again trying to stay this time. Oh man. I'll tell you what, he tried. Didn't work out too well, but he did try to save that car. That was gnarly. So we'll see here, John Fallon initially had some sort of, oh, he got ran over by, I think that's a 90.
For Sean Hucks.
Yep. And then Wasadi trying to save it, spins up the track, and oh man, oh wow.
Was that Kevin Frakes into the outside wall?
Could have been, I think.
Oh yeah, he has no front end to that. Just not a really good night for that 98 machine. Just, I think that's his 3rd incident. Just coming off of a win last week. This is not the kind of night he wanted.
Yeah, I mean, the only good thing we've really been able to say about him tonight is he is last week's winner. It has been a rough day for him, and just seeing all this happen in front of him, and oh, he gets on the gas. You know, I don't agree with getting on the gas with a major accident ahead of you, but he'll pay the price for that. Nonetheless, there was nothing Joseph could have done either. It was something else. One more look at what happened here with Joseph and the 17 as well. 17 Dylan Brenton. Oh man. And the 96 is going to have an EOL for an illegal lane change on the last restart. Huge news for Ryan Duke. Let's see if we can figure out and see what had happened. This is on the most recent restart. So the pace car went in, and you know, that's exactly what happened. And back to the action we go. Merrick Watchhorn gets out in front of Ryan Duke. We continue on.
Jack Ryan, P2, and another caution. I was going to say the battle for the lead right now looked pretty familiar. Oh, big pile up. Jeremy Berger involved John Fallon.
Yeah, let's see what happened. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot back here. I don't know if there's any one car we can watch. But here we go. They went green, and it wasn't too long before they weren't green anymore. Oh, this happened way out in front.
Unfortunately for John Fallon, just absolutely nowhere to go. Already up on the top side and just couldn't get on the brakes in time. Jeremy Berger unfortunately got caught up in that as well.
A little bit further up front. Let's see, oh, it was contact. That that 12 car got into quite a few people coming into turn 1. It's the 12 of Logan Hamilton. He was cleaning house, heading down to turn number 1. We'll see what happened. This is gonna be all the way back in turn 3. So we're gonna get the whole restart from Logan Hamilton. Let's ride on board. Let's see exactly how this went down from his point of view. And the 76 was coming down, but wow, that's tight. Joseph has a save there, but a huge pile up behind.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, that's not something you want to see, but, you know, when it comes down to it, it's just one of those things that happens in racing. It's a racing deal. You know, just being tight like that on a restart, like, you know, like this. You see Jeremy go way up top. You see Logan Hamilton just kind of goes down a little bit, kind of sends car goes down, collects another car, and unfortunately, you know, 3-4 cars pile up. You see Rolavelle able to squeak by there a little bit on the inside. Fortunate for him to not be able to get caught up in that.
Back live, other than the snippet of the restart, we've been watching a lot of replays the past few minutes, but here we go. Matt Watchhorn. I mean, the lights are still on the pace car, but it'll be Matt Watchhorn, Jack Ryan, and Wyatt Brackett on the same set of, or same aged tires as the top two, and everybody around him. And Wyatt Brackett, he started 15th. He was as low as 38th. And we're talking about him in the catbird seat, or has a shot to win. You know, he's in the mix.
Also back up in the mix, we see Holden McGill finds himself back up into 5th spot. Taylor Butcher Benjamin finds himself back up into 4th. Grant Peterson, another guy we haven't talked much about, finds himself in 6th.
Yeah, Peterson, he's been as low as 12th, but you thought he was going to go lower with that incident that brought out the yellow. But here we go. The iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car finds the safety in the pit lane, and we are back to racing around the outside. It'll be Merrick Watchhorn and Jack Ryan.
Definitely not an unfamiliar battle here, as you see Jack Ryan able to use that inside. They're still going to be side by side coming out of turn 2. Just gets cleared going into, and he sends it down into turn 3. Almost some contact. He's going to use that. Still not cleared him yet.
Has to keep the car under control. They're going side by side into 1.
Still side by side going into turn number 2. Going to be tight here. Looks like he gets off the throttle a little bit.
Contact Jack Ryan.
Jack Ryan into the inside wall.
That's not good. Oh, looks like it's a single car incident too. It'll be cautioned on the speedway and destroyed.
Oh man, hard racing. Unfortunately, Jack Ryan gets the short end of the stick there, and for the lead at that. That unfortunate. We're gonna get a replay of that right here for you folks. We're gonna see exactly what unfolded.
Yeah. I mean, hard racing. That's all it was, and they came together off of 2, and oh, he got stuck in the little area where the safety vehicles entered the track. Wow. I thought he ricocheted back into traffic and caused the big one. It was a single car incident.
I wonder if he was kind of holding his line, because we kind of saw Merrick, he was up on the wall and kind of wiggled a little bit. So I wonder if that's what triggered that. So kind of seeing here, we're going to get another view of this from one of the TV cameras. So you see they're really tight coming off of turn number 2. I mentioned how that wall jets out. Yeah, it looks like 91 may have tagged the wall. Oh, man, that actually looked like a little bit of a netcode hit on that wall. Unfortunately, that is a thing, with wall hits, and just completely hooked him around and got him stuck there in that safety entrance.
Yeah, this is gonna be an onboard. We'll see if Jack Ryan, and first of all, what a job keeping this thing under control. And we'll see what he sees off the corner. Holding his line for the most part. He comes up a little bit, but that 91 came down a lot.
Yeah, from the looks of that, I think the 91 may have tagged the wall just slightly with his right rear. And then with him coming up just ever so slightly, those 2 cars were, one was coming up, one was coming down. And, like I said, caught the short end of the stick there. And that car is completely totaled.
Let's see if this view shows if the 91 caught the wall. Or nonetheless, if he didn't catch the wall, he was trying to avoid the wall. Which you can't fault a guy for trying to avoid the wall either. Let's see here. Barely if he did. And I thought that too was ricocheting back across traffic. I thought the field was done for.
Yeah, that was definitely something we did not want to see.
Well, the battle for the win has changed once again. It's still Merrick Watchhorn, but now Taylor Butcher Benjamin back into the mix. He led 8 laps earlier in the day. Actually, we'll see. 9 laps actually. And once again, Wyatt Brackett, Holden McGrill, Mario LaPenta, Grant Peterson, Zach Arnold, Kyle Green has finally worked into the top 10, Curtis Martin, and Stefan Purcell. What a top 10 we've got. Let's take a look at the race info today. We've had 12 cautions for now 57 laps and as many lead changes. It has not been short of action today at Richmond. A little bit of the weather info coming in for today's race. Right now, it is now nighttime. It's a lot cooler than what it was earlier when the session started. It was daytime and sunset right now. Air temp 81 degrees Fahrenheit, track temp 85 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's not calm winds either. About 9-10 mile per hour winds from the southwest here in Richmond, Virginia. Here we go. The iRacing.com pace car is into the pit lane and back to racing we go. Merrick Watchhorn with a huge run over Holden McGrill. Can Holden McGrill get clear Butcher Benjamin into 1? Here we go for second.
So it looks like Taylor might have a little bit of a run here, having the bottom side. We've seen that play factor here. That's one of the better lines you want to be. Further on back, you see Mario LaPinta and Grant Peterson side by side. Looks like Taylor's going to clear.
Oh, and the wall gets McGill.
McGill's going to get up into the wall. You see Wyatt Brackett still trying to make his way by that 21 machine. LaPinta almost trying to get his way, get himself up into the mix, excuse me. You see Brackett from the onboard here, from looking from the bumper cam, excuse me, of Taylor Butcher Benjamin, the side-by-side battle for that third spot.
Yeah, McGill does get clear of Butcher Benjamin. And we'll see if McGill has anything. Back up front, Merrick Watchhorn, nearly a second advantage out in front. And the action is coming on back here. A lot of action outside the top 10. Look, we got a pack back here. Ryan Duke trying to work his way forward. Through Anthony Mercedes contact. Up the track goes the 49.
Yeah, a lot of action going on back here. As you mentioned, Ryan Duke trying to make his way back up to the front of the field from an end of longest line penalty for an illegal lane change on a restart. He's found his way up into the 14th spot. But looking back here, Andrew Cootie currently sitting...
This is 19th.
For 19th. You see Masadi also back here. Back in the 19th spot, excuse me.
We'll go back up front. The battle for fourth. Battle for third, really, with McGill, Brackett, LaPinta, and Arnold.
It kind of spread out here from fourth on, actually about from third on back, actually from first on back. Got a second back from Watchhorn back to Taylor. We're on board right now at Wyatt Brackett, trying to make a run to Holden McGill for the third spot. You're going to see him paint that yellow line, try to get a run, but it looks like Holden's going to use that line, and he's going to get a better run out of turn 2 into 3 and 4.
Yeah, Wyatt Brackett trying to put the power down and see what he can get on McGill, but McGill holding his own. Here, LaPinta under attack from Zach Arnold as that continues. Back here for 14 continues on. Derek Rolovold. Remember when he was up there, he's battling it out. Back here trying to get clear of the 92 of... And we have a caution on the speedway. Lauren McFadden. Well, getting into the nitty-gritty of the race, and let's see what we can see from a replay. So Lauren McFadden back here into turn 1. Oh, contact with the 3. And trying to save it, overcorrects into traffic, and not a whole lot McFadden could have done. Nate Brooker was the one, the 3 car that made contact with McFadden. Let's get a review of it. So here we go. Coming off of turn 4, Nate Brooker battling the 44 of Sean Deal, and then absolutely sends it. Itty bitty clip of the 82 of Lord McFadden. McFadden overcorrects into the 24 of Landon Durhold. And that's all they wrote for McFadden.
Yeah, I was actually kind of shocked because I thought we may have seen some guys come down pit road. But from what we're seeing here, it looks like most of the field, actually, yeah, I think the whole field has opted to stay out.
Yeah, the highest driver that pitted this yellow is Landon Durhold in the 26th position. Anthony Molsati, Andrew Cootie pitted. Jack Ryan pitted. Oh, that's right, Jack Ryan has a major damage. Did he? Yeah, that's right. Forgot about that. Well, once again, Merrick Watchhorn looks to be really in command of this race with a restart. Potentially, we'll see when the lights come off the pace car. Yeah, a restart with 15 laps to go. Nope, at least 16 laps to go because we'll have another lap at pace car. I don't know what to expect, or I don't know what's gonna have to be done if Watchhorn's not gonna win this race. He really looks in command.
He's definitely looking for a clean sweep. I mean, obviously dominating and winning the first 2 stages. He's on the point right now, but, you know, as we said before, we know Taylor has got what it takes. He knows he knows how to win a race, especially when it comes to crunch time. You know, I expect to see Taylor or even Holden McGill, maybe even Wyatt Brackett. If they get an opportunity to get up there, I think the bumper is going to be used. So, if they're close enough to use that bumper to try and get up front, I think we're going to see it.
Fair enough. Well, doubling it up once again. It's going to be Watchhorn and Benjamin, McGill and Brackett, Arnold, LaPinta, Green, Peterson, Brett Fisher, Curtis Martin, top 10. Ryan Duke up to 13th. And again, the first driver on fresh tires is going to be 26th place, Landon Durhold. Back up front, Watchhorn, Alex the outside lane, Taylor Butcher, Benjamin on the inside. We're back to racing at Richmond. Make it 14 laps to go.
Eric Watchhorn able to get a good restart. As always, you kind of saw Taylor kind of stage himself back a little bit. He kind of knew what to expect on that restart. Almost 3 wide, it looked like, coming out of turn 2 there, backed by Mario LaPinta and Grant Peterson.
Yeah, a lot of packing it up back here. Back up front, Wyatt, Brackett, Taylor, Butcher, Benjamin. Going at it. Brackett goes way up the track, gets washed up, and McGill's going to try to get third. He will get third.
All this battling back there, that's exactly what Merrick Watchhorn wants to see on his relative in his mirror.
Caution
we have
on the
a
speedway.
caution on the speedway.
Andrew Cootie after just pitting. Landon Durhold. Another driver who just... Oh, Jack Ryan once again. Oh, man. Well, let's see what happened. This is Cootie up the inside of the 44 Sean Deal. Oh, he gets clipped by Sean Deal into the barrier. Cootie comes back down the track after being out of control, and wow.
Big hit.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a replay from the onboard of Sean Deal. I want to see that. Here we go, on board the 44 Sean Deal. Huge run from the 9 of Andrew Cootie. Powers by, and I'm gonna be honest, it looked like he turned down.
Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, it looked like maybe Cootie thought had a bigger run than he thought. Maybe tried to get up, maybe slot himself clear ahead of the 44. I mean, I don't really know. It's kind of hard to look from that angle.
Yeah, let's see if this is any better. This is going to be a nice shot down the back straight. Let's see. There wasn't any contact getting past it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that right there, clear as day. Just came down right into him. Obviously, I'm sure no malicious intent, but unfortunately,
yeah.
3-4 car. Oh, Kevin Franks able to slot by there.
Well, let's get a view of what he saw. Yeah, I get a little bit of positivity in that. That was rough. A lot of the fast drivers on fresh tires trying to make something out of nothing, and a lot of them out of it. Kevin Franks, last week's winner, the Daytona race winner. Let's see how he fares from his onboard. Oh, squeaking right on through.
You saw how early he was out of that gas, trying to, not get any more incidents tonight. You saw, I mean, he was way off the gas, out of turn 2 just about, and then was still, off and on the throttle going into turn 3, watching Andrew Cootie, Landon Durhold on board right now. You're going to see Andrew Cootie almost makes contact with Sean Deal right there. And here's a good view right there. You see Sean Deal go down the track, contact, and Durhold absolutely nowhere to go, into the inside wall. and there goes Jack Ryan just plowing right into him, and then Kevin Frank's just driving right on by.
Yeah. In an incident, it looks like maybe a misjudged move from Sean Deal. It's going to put us under the caution once again. And we'll see how this fares. Working caution number 14. It's going to be Merrick Watchhorn, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Wyatt Brackett, Holden McGill, and Kyle Green, Zach Arnold, Marla Penta, Grant Peterson, Curtis Martin, Brett Fisher. Same song, second verse, this time restarting with 6 laps to go. And back to racing we go. 6 laps to go. Watchhorn, a great start.
Side by side, going into turn number 1, Wyatt Brackett, Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Taylor going to stay on the inside line. Brackett going to stay on the outside. Holden McGill following behind him. And they've got a clear line, or Watchhorn's got a clear line behind him by almost a second as we come across the stripe. 5 laps to go.
Taylor Butcher Benjamin trying to clear the hungry pack behind him of Brackett and McGill. McGill, last week's winner, trying to make the most he can out today to try to keep the point lead he has. Coming, oh, stacking up in the back. Caution on the speedway.
Like everything got sorted out. Oh, look, looks just as we say that, we see Lauren McFadden, turned around on the speedway. We're gonna try and see what happened to Lauren there.
Yeah, we will. Let's see what happened back here. McFadden in the pack around the 95. Robert Mathis and tries to avoid the 95. Unfortunately, can't. Oh well, there's something going on ahead. I think there's smoke up ahead. So maybe Mathis was avoiding that. Let's even get another look at that and see what Mathis was trying to avoid.
You see on board with Mathis right here. It gets a little bit loose going there. You
I think
see
it's
all the
two
smoke.
separate incidents. Yeah. I don't think it's this reactionary at all. Let's get a review of it though, and then we'll see what happened with Kyle Green. We'll see actually what Barrick saw. Barrick Uphold. 5082 tried to avoid the 95, and the 92 couldn't check up in time. And Kyle Green, I don't know what happened, but that looked like a great save. We'll see what happened. Kyle Green, this is back here off of turn number 4, battling the 30 of Brett Fisher. And 2 cars going for the same spot. Very little laps left in the race. Oh, he got hit. Unfortunately saved that car. Joseph. I think the 57 caught up in that one. Stefan Purcell got caught up in that one as well. Whole lot of action happening.
Definitely a whole lot of action and not a lot of room for it. We're going to come across the stripe now at lap 200. You see it's going to be scored a green-white checkered, so we've extended the race to 202 laps. So this will be really interesting. These guys are on 60-lap-old tires.
Yeah, I'm not liking the grip they have now. They've had a lot of yellows. I don't think it's going to be a factor, but don't forget about the 50% fuel limit, which could come into factor if we have some more overtimes.
Yeah, I think with the cautions we've had in this final stage, I think these guys might have been able to
That's fair.
save enough fuel just for a little more overtime. But I'm really anxious to see what Taylor does here for this green-white checkered, because we've kind of seen what Merrick does for these restarts. You know, he just kind of goes on the pace car. We've seen Taylor lay back a little bit. So do we see Taylor try to line up alongside and try to time it? Or is he just going to take it like another restart?
You see, I think you have to do that if you're going to have any shot at Watchorn. The only thing is, and I think it's a rightful thing to be afraid of, is the bumps on that inside lane are so bad, you can really lose traction on that inside lane. We'll see if he'll be able to do anything about it on this restart. And yeah, green-white checker time. Here we go. The pace car heads into the safety of pit lane. We are going, and Watchorn gets a great start. And McGill now wants something to say about Butcher Benjamin.
McGill using the top side, Taylor Butcher Benjamin on the back, or on the bottom side, excuse me. They're going to be side by side, going down the back straightaway. A big stack up behind them, but we're still watching the battle up for the lead. They're going to come out of turn 4. Caution! Still wrecking after the fact. We got 2 cars going through the infield grass.
McFadden again. Oh, man. Well, let's try that again. Let's get a replay of what happened here on this one. It's maybe a little bit harder to deduce. Let's see, down the back straightaway, watching McFadden. I don't think McFadden is part of the start of it at all. No, yeah, I think it happened in front. Yep, somebody back there, actually. I think John Fallon was part of it, which is why he probably towed. See, John Fallon's still there.
Looking from race control, looks like Joseph was the first one collected in that incident.
Okay. So see, yeah, I guess John Fallon was always there. Well, never mind on that. We'll watch the whole restart then. Yeah, Joseph is back here. It looked like a red car was up against the outside wall, so I don't know who else got involved. We'll see here. Aggressive move from Curtis, but, you know, what else are you expected to do on the green-white checkered? Good on him. Curtis to the inside, the 96 of Ryan Duke. Oh! Well. I think we found the answer. I mean, let's try to see what happened. I guess we'll watch the whole restart, but we'll watch from the onboard of the 96 of Ryan Duke and see how he felt. Down the back straight. You know, they were too wide. I don't know. I don't think that was the intent at all, by the way. Just sucks that that was part of it.
I mean, as you said before, you know, it's going to be tight racing. It's a green-white checker. These guys are racing for every little position and every little piece of track position they can get, trying to get as much points as possible. But we're going to re-rack them and restack them one more time for another green-white checkered attempt. Merrick Watchhorn still on the point. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Holden McGill, Zach Arnold back or up in the front now. P4, Wyatt Brackett P5.
Yep. Grant Peterson, Kyle Green still up here. Mario LaPinta, Brett Fisher, Curtis Martin. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Once again, here we go. Pace car's in. We're racing. Butcher Benjamin, did not get a good start. He's going to get split around the outside. Zach Arnold going for the race lead.
If that was the move for... Oh, and he goes up the racetrack. Zach Arnold side by side. Who would have thought this has happened? Caution on the speedway. Oh my gosh.
That was probably... Oh, we got a pile up back here. Pattengale involved and Purcell. And I know Zach Arnold did not want to see that one. He had the preferred line going into turn 3.
What I think we're seeing here, he's actually scored as the leader.
Wow, if he actually is, that is gnarly. Let's see what happened. This may be a little late to the party. This happens in front. Oh, Cootie, Mulsati. Pattengale actually did not get involved. He just stops. Good on him to miss it. Let's see what happened to Andrew Cootie. This is going to be the whole restart. Checking up there, you see Nate Brooker had to avoid the 23. Cootie into the corner, way up high. Oh, this happens in front of Cootie. And then Cootie gets ran over by Mulsati. I think Mulsati did not realize there was an incident ahead and hit Cootie. The 57 of Purcell, though, he went round hard. Well, let's see what we can deduce from that.
Watching Stephen Purcell right there. You see Logan Hamilton going on by him. Jeremy Berger right behind him. Going across the stripe. Looks like Grant Peterson right there.
Oh, there's a Schrauf. Schrauf makes contact with the
Schrauf.
57. Oh, Nate Brooker nowhere to go. Mulsati hits Cootie. Man. Well,
Definitely not what you want to see there, boys.
how many attempts do we have at a green-white checkered?
This is the final attempt, so the next flag will end it.
Yep. Zach Arnold is the race leader.
What an upset that would be.
I cannot believe that. See if we can find it real quick. The whole restart. Let's watch. This is the whole restart. And what a great start he had. He went around Butcher Benjamin. Tried to send it to the inside of the 91. Watchhorn slides up. They went side by side down the back as there's wrecking behind them and Zach Arnold. When did the caution come out? It must have happened like right there. Gnarly. That's all I can say. But here we go. Now he's going to try to avoid something like that happening to him on this restart. 2 laps to go. This is Zach Arnold on the outside. Merrick Watchhorn on the inside. Holden McGill, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Wyatt Brackett, pace cars in. Let's go racing. 2 laps to settle it.
Excellent start there with Zach Arnold. You see, Merrick Walchner actually had a little bit of wheel spin. That's going to bring Holden McGill up into the mix. They're going to send it down into turn 1. Looks like we got a car around further in the
And that's
back.
gonna be the
We're still
caution.
good. That's the end. Zach Arnold will win. Oh my gosh.
Big accident on the back straightaway. They're still wrecking.
Absolutely hectic here on the final lap here at Richmond. Robert Mathis involved. Oh man, the pace car driving through those guys. You see the leaders coming up on the
he's got to miss it to win. He's got to miss the accident.
He better get back up there. Don't want a scoring error. There you go. You see Merrick Watchorn letting him go on by.
And coming to the checkers, I don't think anybody thought we were going to be saying this, but Zach Arnold wins at Richmond.
Absolutely incredible. That restart.
What a race.
Oh my goodness. Zach Arnold, you know, a low of 38, 8 laps led, started 14th. You know, he was kind of, you know, in the mid-pack today. You know, we saw him really hanging around like 12th, 15th, and then just kind of worked his way into the top 10. Gradually worked his way into the top 5, and obviously you saw Taylor when he started on the outside, didn't get a good start, had some wheel spin, and Zach had an excellent restart, was able to get by him, and, you know, slotted his way into the lead right before a yellow came out, and luckily, Merrick Watchorn had some wheel spin, which went into the favor of Zach, and he's going to win, and he's going to burn it down. Very well deserved.
Yep, on the front straightaway. Zach Arnold, your race winner at Richmond. Out of all the drivers who dominated, Zach Arnold did not. And he came at the right time and stole the show on a phenomenal restart on the second green-white checkered. Put him in prime position to hold everybody off. And the third green-white checkered cut a little short due to a huge pileup on the back straight, which I'm going to try to get us a view of that once we come back. But we're going to take a quick break. We're going to try to align some post-race interviews. And don't you go away. We're going to continue the action here on Pit Stop TV with post-race coverage in just a moment.
Sound Art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it Sound Art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound Art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it is you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
All right, welcome back to coverage here now, to post-race coverage of the L-TAC Cup Series here at the Richmond Raceway. What a phenomenal finish. A great win for Zach Arnold. Real quick, we're going to see what happened on the back straightaway, and then we'll get right into the post-race interviews. Pretty sure some of it started with Kyle Green here into turn 1. And, well, there's actually a lot going on. It was actually further back, and we won't get into too much detail right here, but just so you can see exactly how much happened on the back straight. And well, now we'll talk to the winner. This is his race and his day. Just need to show you what had happened there on the back straightaway. That pretty much led up to the out of nowhere victory for race winner Zach Arnold. And Zach, how did you do it?
The front, it was really strong. I loved my AOD Ford. Really good, strong victory here.
I'll say, I think everybody wants to hear that second to last restart, the second green white checkered. How did you get that amazing start?
Yeah, I saw that he had been jumping it, right after the pace car pulled off, and I was my head, and I knew there was second gear restart was a little sketchy on the bottom, and there was no way I was going to try that up top, so I went to third gear restart there, and just got the jump of my life, and just really propelled me to the win.
All right, fair enough. A great performance here at Richmond. 2 weeks time, we're at Atlanta. What can we expect out of you from Atlanta?
I think we can expect the AOD boys to come out strong, race hard. I think we're going to be, just hunting for points there. That's the big thing about AOD, what we're trying to accomplish right now.
Fair enough. Who do you have to shout out for your great win today here at Richmond?
Yeah, I would like to shout out AOD. I'd like to shout out Derek and Jack. They had really strong races. Jack was up there all race, just unfortunate turn of events for him. But I really like the broadcast and everything else. Thank you guys for what you do.
Well, thank you. And once again, a great race and a great win for Zach Arnold. Congratulations. Best of luck to you next week at Atlanta.
Thank you.
Right on. And that was race winner Zach Arnold. And now we're going to be sending it down to Trey Patton, who's sitting by with our second place finisher, Merrick Watchorn. Trey?
Yeah, Merrick, man, you definitely had probably the car to beat tonight. Definitely put on a dominant performance. 109 laps led. You swept both the stages, collected some very valuable points, and just came up short. We saw you were getting exceptional restarts. Just talk us through what happened there on that second to last restart and that last one.
Well, it's a racing deal. With everything that's going on, I mean, the car was phenomenal all night long. You gotta thank all the admins. They put a lot of work into these setups. It just came down to the fact, I don't know how Zach got up from behind me and had that dominant move or whatnot. I think he laid back enough just to get that straight line speed like what I've been doing all race long. I realized as the tires went away that outside line was perfect for a straight line speed. You can get just so much speed and carry it through the turn. But I mean, with everything that's going on, I mean, if we finish second, that's not the end of the world. I mean, it's a racing deal at the end of the day. Disappointed, of course, but we'll go for another win. We'll try to be out there. This is not the end of you here for me, guys. So I'm going to be definitely in the winner's circle sooner or later.
Yeah, definitely close to doing a clean sweep tonight. We saw you and Jack definitely put on a heck of a show going up front earlier on this race. Then unfortunately, a little bit of contact sent Jack into the inside wall. Just what can we expect from you going into Richmond in 2 weeks' time?
Well, hopefully the same performance. With how the car feels, and the setup's kind of to my driving style. Long runs is where I really shine at. Short run cars, I mean, as you saw, Ryan and Jack and the rest of the guys, they had one fast car early run, but as the run kept going and going, we just I started closing that gap and starting to make the move. A couple of times, me and Jack got into it. We doored each other. I feel bad about it. I wasn't trying to wreck him. If I came off that corner on the outside, I thought I held my line, but I'm being told I might have came down on top of him. I'll have to look back at the replay, but quite frankly, I mean, it was some hard battle racing. Just got to thank all my guys from my team, RCS Racing. Got to thank my sponsors, Twiggy, Washington Innovations Group, and Futuristic Studios for supporting the team. And just got to thank you guys for putting on a great show for out there. We really appreciate it very much.
We appreciate you guys for coming out here and putting on a heck of a show for us to cover, because you guys do all the action. We just talk about it. And looking forward to see what we see from you in Atlanta in 2 weeks' time, man. Have a good night.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
And that is second place finisher Merrick Washburn. We're going to turn it back to Emerson for third place finisher Holden McGill.
All right, Holden, third place finish. You had a pretty good car today. What did you think of your car?
Felt like a third place car. That's about it. I didn't feel like I could get up there and run with the top one or two, either the 91 or the 2, but happy with where it ended up.
All right, talk to us about the slew of restarts there at the end, and what was going through your mind every single one of them. I know you were lining up differently in each of them, but through those restarts, what was your game plan to just try to get through them?
It was kind of flipped around. I actually wanted the top for a change just because the leaders kept taking that, and the one didn't seem to be doing very well on the inside. So I just kept trying to clear them like that and just kept bouncing between third and fourth place, and luckily ended up on the side of it at the end where I could get ahead of him for third when we were coming to the finish.
Fair enough. So you came to today as the point leader. Great run today. Should hopefully help you maintain that point lead. What can we expect from you in Atlanta in 2 weeks' time?
Well, I'm going to keep working hard, try to prepare for it as best I can, and hopefully go out there and have another showing like tonight and last week.
Fair enough. Yeah, who do you have to shout out for your third place run today?
I guess all the guys that didn't run over me on the restarts deserve a thank you. And then I guess my teammates. Yeah, that's about it for tonight. And thanks to y'all for broadcasting. We really appreciate that.
Hey, thank y'all for giving us the action to broadcast. Once again, congratulations on your third place finish. Best luck to you next week or 2 weeks' time in Atlanta.
Thanks, man. We'll see you then.
Yes, sir. And that was third place finisher Holden McGill. And Trey, I mean, what a wild race. We went from the clean and green kind of running at the beginning, and then I know it was a little bit of a wreck fest towards the end, but there was still great battles from each of the restarts and everything.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Richmond is just, like we said, one of those tracks, as you said in the intro, it was one of those bull ring fairground tracks, and then definitely going into the night, obviously a D-shaped oval now, but you could definitely see that bull ring type style racing, and just classic short tracks. We did see the bumper laid down a little bit, a lot of hard close racing, obviously some wrecks. You expect that really anywhere you go, especially on a short track. I think these guys did really well for themselves, had a lot of green flag runs, and honestly, you can't really ask for much more when you come to a track like Richmond.
That's for sure. Short tracks always bring the action, and let's see how the action sorted itself out at the end. Of course, Zach Arnold with the win. He led 8 laps. He started 14th, but yeah, I don't know. Where did he come from? Really, where did Zach Arnold come from to come and take that win from Merrick Watchhorn and the rest of the gang? Holden McGill comes home 3rd, Taylor Butcher Benjamin 4th, Kyle Green 5th, Wyatt Brackett, a great run for him in 6th, Brett Fisher, Grant Peterson, Mario LaPinta, and Ryan Duke round out the top 10. Trey?
It's like going back 11th through 20th. We have Jeremy Berger, after being caught up in that late race incident, finishes 11th. Curtis Martin in 12th. Derek Lyon 13th. Derek Rolleveld in 14th. Colin Stone 15th. Ryder Schrauf caught up in another incident, or an incident earlier on tonight, finishes 16th. Barrick Uphold 17th. Lauren McFadden, after being in a few incidents, comes home 18th. Andrew Cootie, after we saw up front a little bit, comes home 19th. And rounding out the top 20 with Flank Flores.
We find the next 10 of Kevin Franks, last week's winner. He'll get a nice middle of the pack finish here. 21st for Kevin Franks. 22nd we'll find Stefan Purcell. 23rd Sean Deal. Anthony Molsati had a rough race today. He'll finish 24th on the lead lap though. Nate Brooker 25th. Joseph 26th. Robert Mathis 27th. Logan Hamilton, the first car, one lap down, 28th. Sean Huffstutler 29th. And Robert Pattengale will come home 30th.
The latter half of the field, Jack Ryan, after being up front most of the race, an unfortunate incident sitting him into the inside wall, finishes 31st, 2 laps down. And then we have the rest of the field, 32nd with Dylan Breton, 33rd, Landon Durhold, John Fallon, 34th, David Brackett, 35th, Joshua Abbey, after a big hard crash, sent him back to the 36th position. Roy Grande, 37th. And rounding out the field in 38th, James Vining.
And after a race like that, we do have to mention and thank the people who do make this possible. And of course, we have to thank, of course, Tucson Sound Art, not only a great sponsor for Pit Stop TV, but of course Robert Pattengale representing Tucson Sound Art with his beautiful car in the race. But Tucson Sound Art, your picture, your music. You provide the image that you want, and they will custom create a beautiful framed, high-quality canvas with a built-in Bluetooth speaker. With Sound Art, you get the best of both worlds. Visit TucsonSoundArt.com for additional info, and make sure at checkout to use promo code PitStopTV for 10% off of your purchase. And when it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy. At Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine, the owner, Ashley Bullier, is a certified micropigmentation specialist who provides professional, safe, and personalized services. You can contact Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine at permanentmakeupinmaine.com or call or text them at 207-358-8683. If you're looking for the best solutions for your permanent makeup concerns, give Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine a call today to book a consultation. If you visit their Facebook page, Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine, you can enter in one of their monthly giveaways. Enter today, and who knows, you might just win. And Whiplash Media is Pit Stop TV's new parent organization, which specializes in various sim racing resources, including paint schemes, stream overlays, iRacing camera packs, and more. Whiplash Media is also working on its presence in real racing, offering services such as photography, social media management, and public relations. Go to www.pitstoptv.com for more. And that's going to conclude our coverage tonight of the L-TAC Cup Series action from Richmond Raceway. And we at Pit Stop TV thank you for tuning in and joining us for tonight's action. Be sure to tune in next Monday night for the BRP iRacing Series, Big Blocks at Limaland, and the Pacific Challenge GT3 Series at Detroit Belle Isle. Tuesday night, we'll have returning coverage of Operation E Motorsport action at Daytona. The Bluegrass iRacing Series heads to the virtual North Wilkesboro Wednesday evening, and the L-TAC Cup Series will be off next week as teams prepare for their attempts at the iRacing 24 Hours of Daytona. The action for L-TAC continues January 29th at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Make sure you follow us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/pitstoptv, on Twitter at pitstoptv_, at Twitch at www.twitch.tv/pit_stop_TV, and on YouTube at www.youtube.com/c/pitstoptv1. For all of us at Pit Stop TV, Trey Patton with me on the mic, Trey Shuttlesworth on social media, I'm Emerson Arden, and we thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
Sound Art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it Sound Art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound Art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.